In the headlines, presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, says he is still searching for his running mate. Zamfara Commissioner of Police warns that ban on firearms is still in force as government directs residents to obtain guns against bandits. Troops raid IPOB camp, recover arms and ammunition. And on the foreign scene, 4 killed after stand collapses during a Colombia bullfight. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Dashan Husseina Usman. Now the news in full. Presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, said he is still searching for his running mate. He stated this in Abuja while delivering a keynote address at the 60th birthday celebration of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila. Tinubu praised the Speaker for his contributions to democracy and also to his political ambition of becoming Nigeria's president, while extolling the virtues of his deputy, Idris Wase, for being a dependable ally. Also speaking, President Muhammadu Buhari, who was represented by his Chief of Staff, Ibrahim Gambari, described Gbajabiamila as a team player and a skillful parliamentarian. Ahead of July 16th Osun governorship election, Nigeria's 2 dominant political parties, APC and PDP, are flexing muscles to claim ownership of the state's electoral space. Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman reports that while the 1.6 million registered voters will decide who runs the affairs of the state after the governorship election, a competition between money bags and political strategists will most likely determine the outcome of the elections. The report.
Candidate of the main opposition party in the 2022 Osun governorship race, Ademola Adeleke, has reportedly alluded to the fact that he would edge out the incumbent on account of his spending not only Nigerian currency but foreign currencies to realize his ambition.
He said he is not only Naira, it involves dollars, pounds, euros, and is going to be fire for fire.
Responding to this outburst, co-chairman of the APC Osun Governorship Campaign Council, Abdullahi Ganduje, says the ruling party is ready to match the money bag posture of the PDP in Osun State with what he called strategy bags.
When we have strategic bags against money bags, and strategy is more important than money.
Notwithstanding the fact that there are 15 candidates in the Osun 2022 election, the governorship race is touted to be a 2-horse race between the 2 dominant political parties, though both are facing internal party crisis. The Osun State governorship election, scheduled to hold in 332 wards of the 30 local government areas of the state, is coming at a time stakeholders in Nigeria's electoral process are raising concerns over the rising influence of money politics in the country. Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News, Abuja.
In the same vein, Osun State Muslim community has appealed to residents of the state to conduct themselves peacefully before, during and after the forthcoming governorship elections in the state. President of the community, Mustafa Olawi, made the appeal during a press conference in Oshogbo, the state capital. Olawi warned politicians in the state to shun vote buying, violence, and any act capable of threatening the peace of the state during the election period. Hamid Oyegbade reports that the president also called on residents to collect their permanent voters card and vote for candidates of their choice during the election.
People, without taking your PVC, then you are nothing. You don't have the power. You don't have a recharge card you want to phone, you can never phone. So you have to take your PVC. The government is so magnanimous that they have increased the number of days that you can go and register. And those that are already being printed and not being collected, go back and collect your PVC. Don't do that alone. Go on the day of election, go and vote for whoever is your own choice. That is, then you are exercising your franchise. So that you cannot say, I'm not part of this system. You are part of this system. You have to make sure. And we want to appeal to politicians. vote buying is evil. It's bad. It's not. It's unfortunate, especially in this country, that we turn. It's a way of turning, judges upside down. You coerce people when you give him or her money to vote for you. It's not having a free mind to do it again, and that destroys the nation. You put people that are not fit into government, and nothing goes on, and we continue to fight one another. So we want to appeal to them to stop, giving money for people to vote for them. 2, they do not use Thugism and rancor is not our own culture here. They should not embark on employing youths to cause mayhem on the day of election, before on the day and after the election.
Women have been urged to come out en masse and participate in the continuous voter registration with a view to preparing themselves to exercise their civic rights in the 2023 general election. The APC National Women Leader, Dr. Betta Edu, made the call during the flag-off of the empowerment of 700 women farmers and petty traders in Maradung local government area of Zamfara State with cash to improve their farming activities and businesses. The report.
The APC National Women Leader, Dr. Betta Edu, said she is in Zamfara State to flag off the women wing of the party National Women Empowerment Program, aimed at making women financially stable and independent. She said the APC Women Wing and the APC-led government are committed to keeping its social contract with the Nigerian women. Dr. Edu disclosed that the APC Women Wing mission, which it must accomplish, is to ensure women are empowered financially and politically. 200 women farmers were empowered with 100,000 naira each, while more than 500 petty traders received 20,000 naira each to boost farming activities and businesses towards ensuring that women are pulled out of abject poverty.
First, the APC Women's Wing as well as the APC government is committed to keeping its social contract with the Nigerian woman. Our own aim, our own passion, our mission, which we must accomplish, is to ensure that all Nigerian women are empowered financially, they're empowered politically, we are mainstreamed and given a seat on the table. We have flagged off this empowerment, empowering 200 farmers, above 500 petty traders, to ensure that they can improve on their businesses and become more financially stable.
Governor Bello Muhammad of Zamfara State, in his remarks, promised that the state will ensure victory for the APC in the 2023 general elections. He observed that the reconciliation between the warring factions in the party had brought formidable politicians together under a united platform, which is one of the greatest factors that would be responsible for APC's success in the state. He praised the APC National Women Leader, Dr. Betta Edu, for choosing Zamfara State to flag off the APC National Women Empowerment Program, assuring that the women in the state will not fail the party.
In Zamfara State, we don't know anything like vote buy. We don't know vote buy. We vote compassionate. We vote because of the reality, not because of money. No. Zamfara, we are out of that business. Therefore, we shall expect 99% of the vote of total population of the Zamfara State to be. We are very grateful for this gesture. In fact, you're supposed to be part of us. You're supposed to get an indigenship of the state.
Thank you, sir.
Because if you can decide to leave your region, to come to our state, in the corners, to come and make your empowerment without looking for anything. You are just a woman leader of the party, and I know this is your first time of coming to this area. But look at you, look at what you brought for us.
The APC National Women Leader appealed to women to file out to participate in the ongoing voters registration to get their PVC ready to vote APC and ensure the party wins the 2023 general election with a landslide. The beneficiaries of the financial empowerment were drawn from the 14 local government areas of Zamfara State, while the program is expected to be taken to women in other states of the Federation.
Zamfara State Commissioner of Police Ayuba Elkanah said the embargo on firearms license is still in force, noting that the police have stopped issuing license to citizens who wish to own guns. While reacting to the announcement by the State Commissioner for Information that residents of the state should prepare and obtain guns to defend themselves against bandits who have been terrorizing the state, the Commissioner of Police in a telephone interview with Punch said he is yet to receive any directives. He said the police is doing its best to protect the people, adding that of recent, many people have been rescued from bandits. Meanwhile, the State Commissioner for Information, Ibrahim Dosara, in a telephone interview, gives reasons why the state government resorted to the drastic measure.
The measures taken is to give further protection to lives and property of people, and those to obtain or possess a gun are those who have been screened at the emirate councils and found worthy, good character and behavior, and people without criminal records who will fill form that will be forwarded to the Inspector General of Police, through the State Commissioner for Police for proper screening and consideration by the Inspector General of Police. You know, it is not a mandatory. We said whoever wishes to obtain the gun will do that. It's not that everybody must own the gun. That is not what the government means. But whoever wishes to take the gun or possess the gun and has the capacity to do so, we have process that will be followed. And the people who qualified through the process will be given or will be allowed to obtain the gun. We have been taking measures. If you could recall, at the early stage of this government, it went into dialogue with the bandits. Many of them accepted, and there was peace in Zamfara State for over 9 months. Nobody was harmed, nobody was inflicted any injury because there was peace. But somewhere along the line, some people scuttled that success by causing mayhem, making some of the bandits to abandon the dialogue, restoring back some of the activities of the bandits. And the government further took other measures. If you could recall, we shut down communication. We also banned vehicular movement. We banned or we closed markets. And that measure has also helped greatly by reducing the level of mayhem being inflicted by the bandits. And now we are trying another means of curtailing the banditry activities through this measure, which we said people should possess guns and defend themselves. Now, we decided to do this because of very recently, about a month ago, we noticed a kind of escalation or increase in the activities of the bandits, which we feel should be attacked and curtailed. And this is why we embarked on the measure we are on.
The Nigerian Army on Sunday said joint operatives comprising the 302 Regiment, Navy, DSS and police have cleared a camp belonging to the indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network at Idara, Nebo, Ihe Mbosi villages and Ukpo in Nnewi South local government areas of Anambra State. Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, Director Army Public Relations, in a statement said the troops recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 3 magazines and 5 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, 2 pump-action rifles and 1 locally fabricated gun 3 power generators, among others. Similarly, troops of the 103 Battalion conducted a raid operation on IPOB ESN camp at Nkwere Enyi Forest in Oji River local government area of Enugu State, forcing the criminals to flee in disarray. It said the troops recovered 1 Lexus and a Toyota Highlander SUV suspected to have been snatched by the criminals. They also recovered 2 motorcycles, 1 double-barrel gun, and 7 live cartridges. The statement enjoined members of the public to continue to provide useful and credible information on the activities of the criminal elements in the region. You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. Is bread no longer on the menu? Find out as we come back after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining us, you're watching Trust News Update. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. We told you that presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Tinubu, says he's still searching for his running mate. We also heard that Zamfara Commissioner of Police warns that ban on firearms is still in force as government directs residents to obtain guns against bandits. Moving to other stories, Nigerian Immigration Service on Sunday confirmed the age of the supposed organ donor to daughter of Ike Ekweremadu, David Nwamini, as 21, contradicting the claims of prosecutors in London. Immigration Service Comptroller General Isa Idris, in a Zoom briefing with journalists, said Nwamini applied for his international passport, which was issued after thorough checks by the passport issuing agency. He said the documents provided by Nwamini from the National Population Commission and the National Identity Management Commission gave his age or his date of birth as October 12, 2000, adding that Nwamini was captured for the international passport on November 2, 2021 at the Gwagwalada office of the agency. According to Idris, neither the Metropolitan Police who charged the senator to court nor the senator himself has contacted the NIS since the case went public. The London Metropolitan Police on Thursday charged former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu and wife Beatrice Ekweremadu for allegedly trafficking Mr. Nwamini with the aim of harvesting his kidney. The trial of the Ekweremadus continues July 7 in the UK. The Nasarawa State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency says it has arrested no fewer than 240 suspected drug traffickers in the state. The Narcotics Commander of the agency, Peter Onche Odwadu, who revealed this at the grand finale of the 2022 United Nations International Day Against Drug Abuse and Trafficking in Lafia, the state capital, said the command seized about 251 kilograms of illicit drugs in the state. The report.
NDLEA boss said out of the total numbers of drug suspects apprehended from January to June 20, 2022, 235 were males, while 5 were females. Speaking on this year's theme, addressing drug challenges in health and humanitarian crises, the commander revealed that the command successfully prosecuted and secured 37 convictions of the defendants before the Federal High Court, noting that many cases are ongoing at various stages of trials.
As you're already aware, June 26th of every year has been set aside by the United Nations for all member nations to commemorate the UN Drug Day. The essence, which is to afford all countries an opportunity to appraise their counter-narcotic efforts in the past year. This appraisal will then reveal the weak areas that need to be improved upon and the areas of strength that must be sustained.
Odudu appreciated the Chief Executive Officer of the NDLEA, Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Marwa retired, for the engineering of the agency, adding that its infectious optimism and leadership style has restored dignity.
Given the position of Nasarawa State as having the second highest drug prevalence rate in the north-central geopolitical zone, only behind Kwara State, there is a heightened urgency for a concerted effort from all and sundry if the rampaging drug monster is to be tamed.
In his goodwill message, Governor Abdullahi Sule, represented by his Senior Special Assistant on Primary Health Care, Mrs. Margaret Elayo, cautioned youths across the state to desist from drugs and illicit trafficking of drugs, appealing to them not to indulge in anything inimical to their future and face the studies squarely.
His Excellency is aware, and I can assure you that he is keen into your ideas on how we will solve the problem of the state.
Planned nationwide strike by Bakers Association of Nigeria because of rising price of essential commodities and other ingredients used in making bread and snacks is a source of worry to bread consumers in Bauchi State. Residents urged all stakeholders and the government to find a way out to avoid pushing the masses into more hardship. Trust TV's Adamu Imam reports.
Bread is a staple food for both rich and the poor. But rising price of bread is something that is giving the poor a nightmare. When Bakers Association contemplated strike over rising cost of production, many said more hardship will be inflicted on the poor. Salis Bala and Mustafa Musa both reside in Bauchi, and the two said price of bread has increased but quantity and quality remain the same.
Prices of generally essential commodities is becoming unbecoming, not only the bread. But coming to bread in particular, people will consider that bread before as a common food meal by ordinary Nigerians. But recently, due to the price increase on daily basis, it's becoming unbecoming.
They increase the price, but no quality. It's good in business to maintain quality product for customer satisfaction, but it's still like form most of the breads here in Bauchi. For Nasiru Ibrahim and Isa Hassan, bread is one of the fastest food that people can eat at all time, especially during breakfast. According to them, Nigerian masses are in trouble if bread and snacks become delicacy only for the rich.
Because bread, it is something that people normally take as a breakfast in Nigeria. And of recent, the price has been hiked. If you look at it, it's not good. But the issue of them going on strike, is highly unfortunate, because if they go on strike, life will become more difficult, because, bread, like I've earlier said, is one of the things that we use for breakfast.
And finally, away from Nigeria, at least 4 people have been killed and hundreds more injured in central Colombia when part of a wooden stand collapsed during a bullfight. The disaster took place in a stadium in the city of El Espinal on Sunday during the traditional event called Corraleja, in which members of the public enter the ring to engage the bulls. Authorities say the death and injury figures are still preliminary. And with this, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Dashan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.